Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the On My Shelf book tag. So I watched this tag being done in a lot of channels, but I took the numbers from Books and Quills video. So I will do those numbers. I already have them here. And let's get started. First number is 1, 5. So that's right here. So in number 1, 5, which is shelf 1, fifth book, we have Staying at Daisies by Jill Mansell, which this is the Portuguese edition. Jill Mansell is one of my favorite writers just because I find it so easy to read. I read translated, but I find it's such a summary read, and I think it's amazing and so funny, especially funny. It's really romantic and funny, and I love her books. So yeah, this one is the only one in my shelf that I haven't read by her. I'm saving it for my vacations because I love reading this just in one sitting. Super fast to read. And yeah, this Jill Mansell is really one of my favorites. So next book is 2, 8, and that book is The Lost Memoirs of Jane Austen by Siri James. This is another translated edition. A friend of mine gave it to me because she knows I love Jane Austen. So I really like this gift as a gift because it shows that she knows me. And I really can't help but wanting to read this because I love romantic stories. And this story is like, by what I've read is like they took the major plot lines from Jane Austen books and made the reverse process in which they wrote her life as if having those stories as reference, because they say that Jane Austen had parts of her life be a reference to her books, so they did the reverse process in this one. So yeah, can't wait to read this one. So the next book is 6, 3, and that book is Brising. I have no idea if that's the correct way to pronounce the name, by Christopher Paolini. I've only read Aragon, but I own the entire collection because, funny story, my mom gave the last book in this series to me in a Christmas before I had the other two after Aragon. So I had to run across the entire country looking for these books because they had sold out, especially Eldest. But this one I found it easily enough, and I can't wait to finish Eldest to start this one because I remember when this one came out and everyone was totally excited by this one. So yeah, Aragon is really a great story. I love the book. The high fantasy series with dragons and magic, and it's really wonderful. So the next one is number 4, 5. And that book is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel García Márquez. And this is one of the most recent classics, I would say. Gabriel García Márquez passed away this year, but he was a Nobel Prize for Literature. This book is amazing, and I actually have a funny story about this one. When I read this one, I was around 13 years old, and I went to the doctor that day, and I went inside with the book in hand, and she looked at the book. She looked at me and my parents, and she said, "Is she reading that?" My parents said, "Yes." And she said, "That's not normal. She's not supposed to read that kind of books." And I was like, and it was kind of awkward. But then I realized that it doesn't matter the year rating. We never had that kind of complex in Portugal about buying books in your age gap. So I felt comfortable reading this, so I read it. And probably when I reread it one day soon, I hope, it will probably have a completely different effect on me because I will understand this story in a much different way. So yeah, really great author and really great book. The next book is number 7, 11, and that is Fairy War by Herbie Brennan. I've read this a long time ago and I really enjoyed this one, even though I was not expecting to. But then I read the sequel and I was like, I don't really want to read the rest, even though this has like 4 or 5 books in the trilogy. I don't know, I think I need to really be in the mood for this kind of books. But this one, the first one, was really good. I remember really liking it, and it's really funny and really fast paced. So yeah, really go check it out if you like middle grade high fantasy, kind of that. Fairies, that kind of stuff. I was so happy with this number. Number is 810, and the book is Love and Friendship by Jane Austen, and I'm a huge Jane Austen fan. You'll probably hear me talk about her in every single video because I love her. And I found this book in my last trip to Portugal. I go there every 6 months. And I found it, I was like, no, I have to own it. And it's short stories and letters and things and some works that she did when she was still a teenager, and I think that's awesome. And I want to read it because probably it's more personal than the other books. And look at this cover, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So yeah, this one will be read one day because it's so thin and so lovely. So that was it for today. I hope to see you soon, and I hope you liked it. If you want, subscribe, like the video, and I'll talk to you next time. Ciao. 5, 6, 7, 11. Stop it! I've been attacked by a lucky fang, by an Irish